Okay, so I'm doing a quick video here. If you guys are doing a Thrashin supply T-bar setup, I am doing the Thrashin supply 6.5 pullback with the pullback plate for a 2020 Road Glide special. And so to get the pullback bars there into your nacelle here, they ship you out a little sticker template which goes over the top of your nacelle. So what it is dotted lines here, if you could see it. So dotted lines go all the way down and across, and then across over here, and then down here. So you'll see it when you get your template. So there is no instructions on how to install the template, obviously. So what you want to do is you'll get the template, and then there's this little step plate here, this little piece here on your bottom here that goes across. You want to get the top of the sticker to the bottom of the Speedo. So looking up here like this, you'll understand it. You'll want the sticker touching the bottom of the under lip of this guy here. So when you'll get your sticker, you'll understand. But anyways, get it up to the top, and then I used the blue painter's tape, and then so I put blue painter's tape under the template. So I put the blue tape under the template, and then I put the template on top of the blue tape, and then I use this little dremel here just because it doesn't have a cord. I use it for my pet's toenails, but it's just a little handheld dremel. And the bit I'm using is this guy right here. So Dremel bit 561, which is this little blade here. So I called Thrashin Supply and they said to use a coping saw. Well, if you know what a coping saw is, there's no way, for me at least, to get a coping saw in these little grooves. So I use this bit 561, and there's, on this little guy, there's one little setting, which is a slow setting, and then there's the high setting. So I used the high setting, and then I went before, so if you can see here, there's little white lines, or I'm sorry, little black lines. So I didn't dremel all the way up to the white lines. I just did it, up to a little bit inside. Then I'm going around right now, before I kept going, I'm going to put blue painter's tape on top of the black lines now. Because what's happening, it kind of started up here at the top here, but what's happening is that the closer you get with that dremel bit, is peeling away the sticker. It's kind of almost melting the sticker. So I'm going to put some blue tape on top of the black lines. I kind of did it at the bottom here already. So I still know where to cut. Yeah, so I still know where to cut. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to finish up with this, and then I also bought a little file. This little guy here is at Home Depot. This thing just never focuses, but anyways, yeah. Part number 21867NN. So I'm going to file all the edges around here once I get it pretty much done. So that's kind of where we're at right now, and I'll give you a video at the end of what it looked like. Okay, so I just put the masking tape, blue tape, over all the dotted black lines for the most part. You could probably do that if you want on, before you start cutting. That way, because part of the sticker was already peeling up. So trying to get the tape over the template was a little not difficult, but it would have been easier if I just did it the first round. But anyway, so yeah, so blue masking tape on the bottom first. Just cover the whole part. It doesn't matter. And then put your sticker on top, and the top goes to the bottom lip of this little ledge here. Okay. And then at that point, you could go over the dotted black lines with blue masking tape again. And then that way you still know where to cut. So like where the white is, all that white, I need to cut all that white out. So once we do that, I will show you the end product. Okay, so I just got the first side done here. So a couple things that couple little tips here. I do highly recommend to put the blue tape down first, all the way across, and then put your template on, and then outline it with the blue tape again. You know, like I said, there's little black lines that go on that template. So just cover the template again with the white lines, or with the blue tape. And then, so I cut it out. And then also another little tip that I have is when you first cut it out, don't cut it all the way up to the black line, to the dotted lines. Don't try and do your first cut all the way across, all the way to the black lines on the template. Just get this little huge piece of just stuff out first. Then what I did is I went, well, you'll see on this one here, is I will cut on here, but instead of just going to the white line as well, or to the black line as well, I kind of went down. I kind of went like in a sweeping down motion, and then just kind of shaved everything off as I went. So I didn't try to cut the whole thing out on the first run, and then on the second run on this side, I didn't try and cut it out again on the second run. I pretty much kind of shaved it down, then went over on the tall part here and just kind of shaved it down, and just kind of shave it as you go. Don't try and get to the line. And then once you get pretty close to the dotted black lines at this point, then what I just did is I just took this little file here, the little guy, and then I just kind of just, you know, slowly just went it here until I got rid of all the white stickers. So on here, obviously you can see all the white stickers here. My goal on this side was to get as much as the white sticker off as I could. And I feel like I did it. I don't, you know, obviously these little white guys here, I don't think it's be that huge of a difference compared to if I just cut it out here. I was like, okay, yeah, this looks good. I'll just leave it the way it is. So I'm not so finicky as far as getting every little white sticker off. I feel like I got most of it, like 99.9% of it off here on this side, to where once I slide these guys in here, because ultimately this is going to have to fit through here, you know, like that. So I feel like that's good enough. So I'm going to do the same thing here. At this point, I'm probably going to get most of this bottom piece off. I'm not going to probably shave this down. I'll probably get a little farther down, but not to the dotted black line. And then once I get it a little bit closer to the dotted black line, I will then start shaving it down, and then I'll file it down. So I will get this side done, and then I'll let you know how it went. And then, yeah, just a couple times when I was using the Dremel here, like, you know, kind of shaving it down, it kind of popped up a little bit and kind of just nicked the tops here. Obviously it didn't go through the tape, so I think by protecting it at the bottom on your first layer, then the template, and then another piece, you know, then another layer on top, that way if your Dremel does pop out, it's not going to scratch the top of the surface. So that's one of the tips I have for you. I will finish this side and then let you guys see how it turned out. Alright guys, I got it done. This project took me about 30 minutes to do. Now that you can kind of see how it's cut out here. So I'll just go over it one more time. Put some blue masking tape down first. Put your template on second. And now you can see where where it goes. It goes to the top of the ledge here. So blue tape, put your template on there, put your blue masking tape over the outlines. You'll see the dotted black lines on the template. And then I used I just think I threw it away. Maybe I didn't. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so the Dremel 561, you can see here. So yeah, they recommend using a coping saw for this. If you don't know what a coping saw is, it's a handheld little blade. I've used coping saws before, and I personally don't think that this would have worked. But if you think it does, and you have confidence, do whatever you gotta do. I used that little Dremel guy there, and then obviously, like I said, don't go to the when you first start. Don't try and go to the outline. Just cut most of the white sticker out as you can, and then once you get as close to the outline as you can, then just kind of start shaving it down a little bit. Just you'll understand. Just kind of just shave it down to the blue tape or the outline, whatever, and then get your little file here. I highly recommend using this guy. Just super thin. I got this at Home Depot, and again, it is 21867 NN, which you can't see it, but yeah. And then obviously keep the tape on, keep the template on, keep everything on, and then just go around and just start filing, fine tuning it a little bit to where, on the blue tape or the outline, you get as close as you can. I try and not wanted to see the white sticker as much as I could when I was filing it. And yeah, you keep the same little retainers in the back there. Whatever those little screw pegs are called there. So you keep all those little pegs there. Everything else in the back is pretty much stock, obviously, minus the pieces that you cut out. This for surely was not that hard. It really wasn't. Not saying you couldn't have done it without this video, but I think, I searched everywhere to figure out how the hell these guys were cutting this piece out here, and there was no videos on it. Obviously, every bike is going to be different. This, again, is a 2020 Road Glide Special. So how you do it on other bikes, I don't know. But I'm sure you could still use the same method I used with the little Dremel deal and the file, the blue tape, and your template. And obviously just go slow. I'm pretty happy with it. Thank God I didn't scratch anything when I was doing it. All these little scratches here were there before. I'm assuming that template is correct, and so when I slide these bars through here, that it will fit and everything will line up. So that will be the next step. So anyways, so for what you guys are wondering what I'm doing so far, I am doing the Thrashin Supply 6.5 pullbacks. And then I bought the, here it is. I bought the kickback plate, which is this guy here. The purpose of that is so you can, it'll pull the back even farther, and then I can see my gauges and all that fun stuff. So, I don't have any tips as far as what I'm doing right now. I will give you kind of an overview or a review of the install when I'm done. But anyways, this is where when you pull off the factory the factory, whatever these are called. What is it? I don't even know if I have a thing of it in here. Yeah, this guy. So when you pull this guy off, this is your factory handlebar mount type deal here. That goes there. And then you pull that off, and then you'll have rubber bushings on the top here. So you're going to have to take these rubber bushings out, which isn't that hard. I used a heat gun. It's a rubber bushing that has a metal little cylinder sleeve inside. So what I did is I heat gunned it here. Just got a little bit softer, and then I just took a deep socket attached to an extension and put it on the top, and then just punched it through. So just a couple taps, the whole thing just slides out. So super easy, not that hard. And then you'll just use the bushings and all the stuff that the kit came with. So yeah, I'm doing the plate here. So this guy, it's kind of like the kickback plate, Thrashin supply plate, and then the risers, and then I'm using the, you can't really tell here, but I got the mid-bend bars. So they have the high bend, mid-bend, I think like the aggressive mid-bend, and then you can get like a straight bar, so I'm using the mid-bend. I bought PSR adjustable journey levers, so that's going to be another review I'll do when I get done. But anyways, back to this guy. So yeah, 30 minutes, take your time. It's really not that hard. It's just not that hard. So you could definitely do it yourself. Just take time. Take your time, and then yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It turned out pretty good. So I hope this helps you out. I don't do a lot of videos here, so sorry for not all the editing and the music and all that fun stuff that other videos have, but at least you can kind of see how I did it and that it can be done, because if I can do this, you sure can too. Okay, good luck.